y'all. There's a door opening for you. There's a door opening for you. And you're being advised to go through it, to walk through it, even though there might not be a light on, even though you may not be aware of what's on the other side, even though your mind may want to try and process this whole landscape as terrifying, essentially. You have nothing to fear, okay? There's something that you're not allowing yourself to process in your waking hours. And as a result, subconsciously, there's a door that's opening, and it's opening in your dreams, all right? I tell you guys all the time to make sure you pay attention to your dreams. And I'm cooking right now, so bear with me. Some of you guys could be cooking. You're cooking up some solutions. You're cooking up some new creations. Either way, you are cooking. And I say that because, excuse me, I'm going to get this message out. And when I say you're cooking, what I mean is that you're co-creating. You're co-creating with your spirit team right now, and they have a message for you, but it's not all going to be revealed to you consciously. It's not going to be revealed to you smoothly or when the settings feel appropriate to you when you're ready or you think you're ready. All right. This door that's opening, like I said, is opening in your dreams. And you really need to pay attention to them because a lot of time the messaging that you need to receive from spirit will come in your dreams. All right. I know it all too well. I have been lucid dreaming for a while now, and for a very long time I hadn't because I was smoking, I was drinking, and for some of us, you know, in the spiritual community, that creates a block. For some of us, it creates the opposite. It opens us further. But everyone is different, all right, collective, and you know what I'm talking about. But in this instance, there could be something that you're struggling to process, okay? Some emotions that have nearly been repressed, that you've pushed down, you know, in your waking hours. Perhaps they come up. Perhaps when they do come up, you're almost controlling them. I'm looking at the stove right now, and it says lock controls, okay? And there's only so much, though, that you can control because when there is something that your spirit team needs to communicate with you, they're going to find the best means for doing so. All right, 303 on my timer as I say that. Look that angel number up. It could be significant to you. But there is a lot of co-creation coming up. Okay, there's a lot of connectedness. You are highly connected right now. And, you know, like I said, I'm a part of this collective and I'm on my own healing and spiritual journey. And I am feeling very encouraged to share with you as I walk through my own personal journey. You know, as of late, I have been grieving. I have been grieving and a bit heavy. But I am helping myself because I'm allowing myself to grieve. I read this book several years back when my mother passed called Grief is Love. Let me see if I can grab it so I can get the title for you and the author. So the book is called Grief is Love, Living with Loss, and it's by Marissa Renee Lee. This is such an excellent resource, you guys, especially if you're in a positioning where you've recently had a loved one pass on, or you are 20 years into your grieving process. But what I think is so important about it is that it teaches you to consider grief from a different perspective, perhaps that you have not considered yet. And that is that grief is essentially an extension of love. That you grieve because you loved or you once loved. And the thing about quote unquote loss is that it puts a period where there should be a colon or a semicolon, right? It makes you think that the person that you've loved, you know, there's no opportunity to continue that love, you know, in a way that we have normalized it when that is absolutely furthest from the truth, right? So let me just play this out for you guys. I have been exhausted, okay? I'm dealing with my own personal issues, a cycle, endometriosis, symptoms of that, just exhausted. And not to mention, I have low iron issues, anemia. And so sometimes I just have to take a breather. I just have to completely stop everything and take a breather. And this just happens to be one of those times. So, as I was sort of coming into that stage, I noticed that there were things, the air conditioner just clicked on, its confirmation. There were things that were pulling on my heartstrings as I was remembering the love that was shared between my mom and I. So, yesterday I was extremely exhausted. I wasn't very much online. I wasn't very much doing anything but resting and in bed. And, when you're again in the waking hours, you kind of think you have control over your mind and where you allow it to go, and you do. But when I went to sleep, when I finally did get to sleep, it was early this morning. Um, I remember, I remember going to sleep. I remember being deadbeat tired and being thankful that I actually went to sleep. But I woke up in a panic because I had had a very lucid dream about my mom. And as I've been saying to you, that sometimes, you can pack things down. I'm an Aquarius stellium. I am a Libra stellium. So for me, logic is what rules the entire landscape. And, it's easy for me to sort of sit aside my emotional response to things. And so oftentimes, it occurs in my dream. So I had this very lucid dream, but I couldn't remember the entire details of it all, you guys. I didn't write it down. I was exhausted. I'm not going to even lie. But at the same time, there was a part of it that I remembered, a very huge part of it that I remembered. I was being chased by my mom. Now, my mom passed December 23, and she was chasing me. I don't know why she was chasing me, but I was running, okay? And I woke up in a panic, and the first thought I had was, but Missy, she's already gone. And I just broke down crying. I just broke down crying because essentially I've been running from the emotional processing of the grief that has come from my mom not being here. And I know that many of you guys can resonate with this feeling who have loved ones on the other side. Grief is never as easy as you would like for it to be. Confirmation 000 on the timer. So I'm saying all that to say this. When you're in that space of grieving, there truly is nothing to fear. And in fact, it's more of a reminder that the love that you comprise for this individual, for these individuals, your ancestors, your loved ones, many of you guys have a mother figure on the other side, a grandmother on the other side, because there's a strong ancestral feminine energy present as I'm channeling and channeling with you guys right now. It just lets you know that there is a very active love still in the midst. It didn't stop because this person is no longer here on earth. In fact, for many of us, for many of you, it has increased. This door that has opened for you is allowing you to release emotionally and physically what perhaps you couldn't release outside of the dreamscape. Okay? Because your dreams are where you're most vulnerable, where you're let down your walls and your guards and all these things that you've set up to essentially protect yourself, to cope, right? You have nothing to fear. I love you guys. I'm sending you so much love. And I will see you soon. Allow yourself to feel all the feelings. Because grief is indeed love, y'all. Mwah.